estate has always been in the United States a highly held value, and our whole economy in many ways is underpinned by the concept of individual property ownership and individual property rights. And you know, as you look at kind of a size of a pond you want to play, I said, man, that is such a huge market. There's a massive opportunity maybe to get in that and make a splash. And I wanted to do something kind of significant with my life. The football was great, but like I said, I didn't feel like I was really moving the needle in the NFL. And so I really kind of started to gravitate towards real estate and towards property, and was really in the investment property and building homes and things until the 06-07 crash, when that came screeching to a halt. And so we just saw a really unique opportunity to step into that marketplace and create a new kind of lending company that really served consumers, we think, really well, and did it with a real sense of community.
Let's talk about where you saw that opportunity when you were creating, which I guess was New American Mortgage at the time, now known as Movement Mortgage. What opportunity specifically spoke to you to kind of get this started?
Yeah, we were just kind of talking about how many lenders and how many banks had gone out of business in 07, 08 in that time period. And yeah, I think I've heard Warren Buffett say, hey, you know, when there's blood in the streets, that's when you start to buy, right? Or look for the opportunity. And that's really what we saw. We saw that we really believed that Americans were fundamentally going to continue to buy homes. They were going to need financing to do that. They weren't going to be able to pay cash for these homes. And the number of people that could provide those mortgages had just shrunk at an incredible rate. And the service and the care for the consumer had completely evaporated from the marketplace.
Totally.
At that time, 07, 08, you know, I think it was 3 of the 5 most hated brands in the U.S. were investment banks or banks themselves.
Yep, absolutely.
And so we just said, man, wouldn't it be great? I mean, banks are going to be, have always been, and are going to continue to be the centerpiece of our economy, right? They're what makes the money flow. And we said, man, wouldn't it be great to create a lending institution that was really at the center of our community, you know, not just the economy, but our community, and acted as a good community citizen, you know, within that. And to do that, we said, we first and foremost need to serve the community really well, serve them with excellence. So this process can't be horrible. With some of the regulation things at the time, we put together what you now know as, you know, our 7-day process, clear to close process, whereby we try to take as much of the stress, as much of the headache out of the process for consumers, try to educate them up front about how much home they can afford. We always say we never want somebody's dream home to become their nightmare debt burden. So we try to talk to them about how much debt, as you know, Chris, families can afford up front, where they can buy a home that's really a blessing to them and their family and really serves them well, but never becomes an overwhelming debt burden that we saw so typical in the 06, 07 timeframe that led to foreclosures and that kind of thing.